Hi there, this is David and welcome to New RPG News. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about today, from the Ease announcement to a whole bunch of brand new games, some limited edition, like 3,000 copies only, games that are coming out, plus a 90s action RPG coming out again. Last week we had Vey, this week we have something else as well coming out on consoles. And I do think that that is something that is worth subscribing for, as I do try my best to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And with your help and your like and your sub, I think that I can get there. So lots and lots of stuff to talk about today, but first up, our story and today's sponsor is Infinity Knights Cross, a co-op adventure RPG. This is on Kickstarter right now, and I will include a link to its Kickstarter in the video description as well as the pinned comment. It says, inspired by 90s Japanese RPGs, pixel, and retro classics, explore this 3-player couch co-op adventure game for PC and consoles. It has already reached its goal. It does still have about 20 or so days to go. So if you want to go ahead and back this project, you can. There's all sorts of different stretch goals and things like that. So I do want to just kind of go through and read about this. It will be coming out for PC as well as consoles. It says, has an emphasis on the styles of Dark Cloud, Final Fantasy XI, and the Mana series. Love, love, love Dark Cloud 2, love Final Fantasy, and of course I love the Mana series. Whenever I played co-op games with my brother, it was always Secret of Mana back in the day. Set in a rich fantasy realm, Infinity Knights Cross blends the nostalgic 16-bit era visuals with the benefits of modern gameplay for a fresh yet familiar experience. You'll explore a world beyond the kingdom, mysterious lands where alternate rules for life and death, fearsome bosses, and deep dungeons do await you. The newest Infinity Knight. You will gather, craft, brew, and grow your resources, develop the kingdom to your needs, harness the power of elements, and explore the multi-layered short stories presented in Infinity Knights Cross. It's an anthology about immortality, and it features the story of a king and his Infinity Knights fighting to maintain peace with weapons that can revive those who have been slain. Cross, you, the newest Infinity Knight, will embark on a life-changing adventure as he experiences both the thrill and dark reality of what it means to be eternal. This is coming out next year, so it's 3-person couch co-op adventure. It says experience death with the power of the armaments throughout the thought-provoking stories inspired by immortality myths from around the world. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Adventure with many playable characters to defeat many unique bosses. Strategize with finely tuned adaptive combat. Change the elements and weapons mid-combo using the armament system. Sync up with your allies to combine attacks, boost, and customize special abilities. Explore unique biomes and both handcrafted and randomly generated dungeons. Gather natural resources to enhance, expand, and develop your kingdom, and breathe easy with our commitment to accessibility and quality of life. It looks pretty cool, looks right up my alley. Whenever I do play indie RPGs, I do tend to gravitate towards more 16-bit sort of stuff, you know? So this looks really, really cool. If you like this again, please be sure to check out the Kickstarter and back it. Now over here on Bloomberg, we have an interview with the Final Fantasy creator 2 decades on after leaving the company. Hironobu Sakaguchi got up with Bloomberg and started talking to them about it. And it says right here, after he left the company for many years, the relationship between him and his former companies had stayed frosty. So fans were shocked once again when 2 weeks ago, Square Enix announced that it would be teaming up with the veteran designer to publish a new version of Fantasian, his latest video game. There is a lot to read in this article, but I just want to hit the high points, the things that I think are interesting, the things that I think will interest you. It says that he produced hit games that are to this day still widely considered some of the best ever made, such as Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger. But back in 2001, I remember this, I was old enough, believe me, I was in college. He took a gamble on Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, a computer-animated film. The movie bombed hard, grossing only $85 million on a budget of $137 million. Between the cinematic flop and a growing sense of frustration that Sakaguchi felt, he ascended to management at Square and he decided it was time to quit. He said, "I personally wanted to be more creative, roll up my sleeves, and make more games." In the years that followed at his new company, Mistwalker, the results were mixed. Some of Mistwalker's role-playing games like Lost Odyssey and The Last Story did go on to become cult classics. Other experiments, not so much. So, fast forward 20 years later, in 2021, Sakaguchi was asked to join an event for Final Fantasy XIV, and to prepare, he loaded up the game, presuming that he would only spend a couple of hours on it, checking it out, and then move on to something else. He's a busy guy after all. So he says, "It started off as a courtesy, but now I almost live in Final Fantasy XIV. Then he went on to have a dinner with Yoshida, who's Yoshi P. And Sakaguchi mentioned that Mistwalker wanted to bring Fantasian to new platforms and that they were considering publishing the game themselves. Yoshi P said, "What if Square Enix published it?" And what emerged from that was Fantasian New Dimension, a new version of the game that will be out for PC and consoles this winter. It'll feature 4K graphics, voice acting, and several other enhanced features, such as a new difficulty mode. Not making it more difficult, making it less difficult, because it was ridiculous the first time around. Then we get into the meat and potatoes of this article that I think is fascinating. What's next then? Sakaguchi said that despite the newfound partnership, he has no interest in revisiting Final Fantasy or any of his other franchises, in part because he switched to a consumer rather than a creator. Basically, he's saying, "Bitch, I'm retired." And he doesn't want to glimpse on how the sausage is made. If I take the sausage. Oh, I need to stop. If I take on the Final Fantasy brand again, I don't know if I'll be able to genuinely enjoy Final Fantasy XIV as much. The sausage. Oh my god, I can't. I'm too gay for this. Sakaguchi also said he has no interest in bringing older games such as Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon to modern platforms, despite recent rumors suggesting otherwise. He does want to find a way to revive the strategy game Terra Battle, which was released for phones in 2014, but it's no longer playable. So, this is very unfortunate. No Lost Odyssey, no Blue Dragon. We might get Terra Battle? Whatever that is. Meanwhile, the legendary designer is working on another project. Although Sakaguchi had once thought that Fantasian might be his final game, he now says that he's finalizing the story for a new title with Mistwalker, and the company recently filed the trademark for Fantasian Dark Edge, suggesting that a sequel is in the works, although he won't get into specifics. We'll say that it is something new for now. So yeah, no Lost Odyssey, no Blue Dragon, no getting into Final Fantasy 17 or whatever, but I guess we'll get another Fantasian, so that's something. I made a video about this the other day because Xseed leaked this themselves, but Ys Memoir is now officially coming west in early 2025. We don't have a release date, all we know is early 2025. There is a physical refined edition available for the PS5 and the Switch, which I'm going to go over momentarily, and I will have a link to that in the comments as well. Let's see what it comes with. Comes a copy of the game, 14-song soundtrack CD, an acrylic diorama keychain set, a set of 4 postcards with art from the game, and a graphic cleaner cloth. So there's the cloth right there. That's Elena and a little Picard, I guess. The soundtrack, the acrylic keychain diorama set right there, the game, the big box. I love the Xseed collect. I like the NES collections, and I like the Xseed collections. They're very compact, and but they're also a really good value for what you get. You get all this stuff, the 4 postcards, all this, $60. You know what I mean? You get all that for $60 freaking dollars. A NES one would probably cost $100, Xseed $60, Square Enix $200, just saying. So yeah, you do get a really, really, really good value for what you get here. So, for those of you unaware, this was originally released as Ys 3 Wanderer from Ys, then later re-released on the PSP as well as the PC as Oath and Felghana. This one is taking that PSP remake, Oath and Felghana, and remastering it. It says, with remastered high-definition visuals and music, the epic adventure has never looked or sounded better. Additional features include multiple versions of the sweeping soundtrack, accessibility options, brand new character illustrations, making this the definitive edition of the acclaimed masterpiece. So if you want to get into Ys 3, now is the time. Let's look here. This is it on Amazon. I am going to include a link to this in the video description as well if you wanted to purchase this. It looks like it is sold out on the PS5, but it is still available for purchase on the Nintendo Switch. Also, while we're here, I figured I'd bring up another collector's edition from Xseed, and that is for Farmagia. I'm probably going to call it Farmagica for the rest of my life just because I just can't. There's a Day 1 edition. This is also $60 over on Amazon. I'll include a link for this as well. Let's see what we got going on here. It's a 96-page art book. That's really nice. You get that nice condensed box. You get an original soundtrack of that too. So not as much stuff as the Ys thing, but still you do get quite a lot for only $60 for this game right there for Farmagica. More Ys news is always good news. Ys 10 Nordics is launching October 25th in the West for the PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC. We've heard a lot about this game so far, but I'm just going to go ahead and read the About section. It's the next game in the Ys series, taking place in their version of Normandy, France, and it says, following their tenuous encounter at sea, the young, red-headed adventurer Adol Christian and the proud pirate Car Gibraltar find themselves bound by fate and the mysterious power of mana. As they search for a way to undo the mystical ties that bind them, they soon find themselves caught up in a conflict between two different factions, the seafaring warriors known as the Normans, and the enigmatic and seemingly immortal Greiger. In order to save the people of Obelia Gulf, Adol and Karja must navigate the depths of their unexpected bond and the power that it grants them. I love the E-Series. It's the great granddaddy of the action RPG. It looks like we're losing the party thing that we've had since Ys 7, where you have like Adol and 5 other party members. But now we have Adol and just Karja. I don't know why we're losing the party members, but, you know, it is what it is. Maybe because, you know, it's kind of going back in time in this entry. It's taking place, you know, all the Ys games, they don't take place in chronological order or anything, but it is going back in time to the previous entries as opposed to the later entries, especially in Ys 9, where they actually looked a little bit older. So anyway, let's look at the great editions that we have over here. Over here on Amazon, they have the Deluxe Edition, and it looks like it's available for all of the systems. This one's $60, and it looks here that it comes with a digital soundtrack. Let's see what else. A miniature art book right here, and then just the game. But if you want to spend a bit more money, over here on the Nice website, they have the limited edition. This one's $105, and it is available for all 3 systems as well. It looks like 100% stock as of this recording right here, and there's plenty of stuff to look at here. So let's go ahead and go through it. I don't know why it's not appearing on my screen. There it goes. Okay. So we have the original miniature soundtrack, we have the art book right here, we have these various character cards and whatnot, like a little badge, the box, and then we have like this massive, like, go away, honey! We have this like massive backpack. This honey thing is the bane of my existence. I hate it so much. I installed it and it's always there, and it always bothers me, and it never actually helps me save any money either. So it's just really odd. So yeah, there is everything that you get there for about $45 more. So how do I make this go back to the other? It won't go back to the other screen. How do I get off this screen? Do I have to just close the window? I have to close this window to go back and actually purchase the thing? Like it won't just close? Go away, honey! Urgh! Anyway, next story. Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream launches October 3rd in Japan, October 4th worldwide. Digital Deluxe and Premium Editions include 3 days of early access. I do believe that this is also physical. Yeah, this is also physical as well, but it only includes a standard copy of the game. It is not an Exceed release where you get extra stuff for the $60. Here you spend the $60 and you don't get jack, you just get the game, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's also other premium editions, digital deluxe editions, but all that's digital if you want to spend more money for those. Anyway, Worlds Collide, Blades Unite. For new and seasoned Sword Art Online and anime fans, this delivers the ultimate co-op raid battle experience featuring all new gameplay mechanics and a dream lineup of over 20 all-star characters from across the Sword Art Online universe. This is the ultimate Sword Art Online action game for Sword Art Online fans. Could they say that enough? My god, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 5! 5 times in one paragraph! God, take a shot every time they say it. Good lord. Spanning the IP's anime seasons 1 through 3 and the movie seasons, and each character belongs to a unique fighting class with its own attributes. For Sword Art Online fans, is the dream come true experience to commemorate the IP's 10th anniversary. This features an all-new original story where the worlds collide. The enemies become allies, dead becomes undead, blah 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 blah. Then down here, though, it says, players get to experience various interactions across the land of all the best arcs, seasons 1 through 4 within the game. Although up here it says seasons 1 through 3, so I don't know. I'm just reporting stuff. And here, again, I'm over on Amazon, $60. All you get is the game right there. It looks like it's on the Switch. The PS5 looks like that is available as well still, as well as the Xbox Series X if you wanted to pick that up on Amazon. I, again, will include a link to that for your ease of purchase, I suppose. Tokyo Clanpool is coming west in 2024 for the Switch and PC. This is a compile heart-developed dungeon RPG published by East Asia Soft. It says right here that it was released back in the day, but it was only released in Japan. But now it's getting localized in English and traditional Chinese for the first time. It was released in 2017, apparently, on the PS Vita. So we have a standard and limited editions physically available, but only for Play Asia. Only 3,000 limited editions will be produced, which include the game, manual, soundtrack CD, art book, sticker sheet, poster, and a numbered certificate in the collector's box. Tokyo Clanpool is a dungeon RPG where you take a party of heroines deeper and deeper into the tower, encounter the monster threat, and learn the truth of its origin. Equip digi skins and customized character skills and ability will navigate in maze-like corridors and first-person perspectives. Turn-based combat is fast and strategic, and with your team's ether-based powers, you can even float or dig tunnels to alter the structure of the dungeons. But you'll also have to keep an eye on your citizens' approval ratings. If your actions are favorable, you'll be able to earn more valuable bonuses. But if it falls too low, your entire cabinet could resign. Is your administration up to the task? Here it is over on PlayAsia. Again, I'll include a link to this in the video description for your ease of purchase. And let's see what we got going on here. So there's the box, there's the game, that's the art book right there. I can't tell what this other stuff is. There's a poster right there. Original soundtrack. God, it's so small, I can't even read it. There's like stickers and stuff. So yeah, there's all sorts of different stuff down here for you. Oh, that's the manual. I couldn't read what that was. That was the manual. So yeah, all sorts of different stuff there if you want to go ahead and purchase that on PlayAsia. Goblin Slayer, Another Adventure Nightmare Feast is coming west on October 25th. It's coming out both digitally and physically in North America and Europe. It's currently unclear whether the PC version will be updated with English language support, but it says, like Elenteros Wanderings, it's likely that it will be the case that it will be upgraded with that English support. I looked to see if this version was on sale yet anywhere, and I couldn't find. Oh, no. It's only on their official online store. That's why I couldn't find it. I was looking on Amazon, other places. So this is only available here on their official store. So I will include a link to that as well if you want to purchase that. It has a deluxe edition, only 500 copies of that. And there's a collector's edition, only 1,000 copies of that. So the deluxe edition, copy of the game, exclusive sleeve with alternate cover art, a sticker sheet, original soundtrack CD. Collector's edition has a copy of the game, steel case, double-sided acrylic stand, a double-sided poster, and a sticker sheet as well. It says that this is a protagonist is a young girl who takes over the Adventurers Guild after the sudden and unexpected passing of her father. While she already was an active adventurer in the remote region thanks to a sad twist of fate, she becomes her home region's guild master. One day, she comes across a strange small box in her late father's study. The box is a relic of a legend that makes it possible to resurrect the dead. As the thoughts of those who seek the resurrection of the dead intersect over this highly sought-after small box, will she and her party be able to put an end to the unfortunate series of events? Now I'm over here on the Red Art Games website looking at the collector's edition just to check it out and see what they got going on here. Let me see if I can't make this bigger. Okay, so it has the game, has a steel case right there, a sticker sheet, which I believe is this yellow thing over here, a double-sided acrylic stand, which is this one down here. You can see the little stand down there. And then the double-sided poster must be that one right there. So yeah, if you want to look into that, more limited edition collector's editions out there for you to pick up. And now on our final story of the day, Popful Mail is coming to the Nintendo Switch next week. Literally just brought this up last week when Verve was coming out for the PC, and I'm like, why can't we get more working design stuff like, Popful Mail? Well, here we are! It says it's being released on July the 11th. This is an emulated PC 8801 version of the title. It was originally released in 1991 before seeing several ports over the years, but its sole English release was for the Sega CD in 95. Then it goes on to some history, which I had no idea about. It says, interestingly, there's quite a bit of history surrounding with this Western release, as it was initially conceived to be a remake that would make it a Sonic the Hedgehog spin-off called Sister Sonic? Really? However, fans' negative reaction to this decision, so they instead wanted a faithful Popful Mail release, succeeded, resulting in Sister Sonic's eventual cancellation. You think? Another notable tidbit is that localizer working designs made the North American release more difficult. They did that for a lot of games back when, because they didn't want people to be able to beat them on a weekend, so, with like Blockbuster rental and things like that, because renting wasn't really a thing over in Japan, but it was totally a thing here, so they wanted you to buy it. That's why they made Lunar more difficult too. It says, Popful Mail has players control the titular bounty hunter using many typical RPG conventions. Still, other playable characters join the fray, providing different gameplay experiences. Plus, various types of items and 5 sorts of weapons can be acquired. But then it goes on. I didn't know this. It says, this version of the title set to be released for the Switch is said to support English. However, Like the recent ports of Ys 1, 2, 3, Xanadu, Dragon Slayer, and Sorcerian, this likely only means that certain menus are affected. Consequently, the main game and the gallery will be in Japanese. What in the world? That's so weird to me. So, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, then, if I was to play Platform Mail, I would find other ways to do it, if you catch my drift. Just saying. That's how I played it, so just saying. Anyway, that's it for this week's news. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite story was. Let me know if there's anything else that you'd like for me to cover as well. And as always, have a good day.